Welcome to Whisper Places 4K, where we take you on peaceful journeys to the world's most enchanting corners. In today's video, we invite you to step into the timeless charm of the most beautiful and livable villages across the globe. These are not just places on a map, but living stories where cobblestone streets, flower-filled gardens, and tranquil landscapes reflect centuries of tradition and harmony. From alpine hamlets embraced by snow-capped mountains to seaside villages, where the rhythm of life follows the tide, each destination whispers a promise of serenity and wonder. Here, life slows down and beauty is found in the simplest details, whether it's the laughter of children in a sunlit square or the golden glow of lanterns at dusk. Join us as we wander through these dreamlike settings, discovering villages that remind us what it truly means to live well, surrounded by nature and community. Perched like an eagle's nest between Nice and Monaco, Ez is a medieval village where vine-draped stone lanes spiral upward toward breathtaking Mediterranean views. Keep your pace unhurried. Peek into tiny artisans' ateliers, then climb to the Jardin Exotique, where sculptural succulents frame a horizon of sea and capes, an unforgettable spot for mindful commentary-rich filming. Step into the 12th century chapel to admire its quiet austerity, and follow your nose to the Fragonard workshop for a short educational perfume stop that adds original insight to any travel piece. For the adventurous, the Nietzsche path drops to the shoreline via steep, rocky switchbacks. Start early, wear good shoes, and bring water. Golden Hour paints the village honey-warm. Instead of reusing others' footage, capture your own details weathered. Door knockers, bougainvillea shadows, the murmur of cafe terraces to keep content transformative and fair use friendly. Be respectful of residents. Avoid filming faces without consent, and check local drone rules. Reward yourself after with a terrace lunch, perhaps a Riviera classic and a citrus tart, while the sea breeze turns the coast to silver. Spiez, often called the Pearl of Lake Thun, is a town that feels like a painting come to life, where turquoise waters meet vineyards and snow-capped alpine peaks. Walking along the lake promenade, visitors are greeted by the sight of the medieval Spiez castle, standing proudly above the bay, offering sweeping views that seem timeless. But beyond the postcard beauty, Spiez is also a place of quiet reflection and authentic Swiss charm. The terraced vineyards here produce some of the finest local wines, and many travelers find joy in tasting them while learning about the centuries-old traditions of winemaking. For those seeking tranquility, a boat ride across Lake Thun reveals hidden coves and views of the Bernese Oberland that change with every turn. Each season offers a new face of Spiez spring blossoms that perfume the air, summer sunsets glowing over the water, autumn vineyards blazing with color, and winter skies that mirror the serenity of the Alps. Spending time here is not just about sightseeing. It is about slowing down, listening to the rhythm of nature, and feeling the harmony between people and their landscape. Saint-Saphorin, a charming medieval village nestled on the northern shores of Lake Geneva, is often described as one of the most picturesque gems of Switzerland. Its narrow cobblestone lanes, stone houses draped in ivy, and terraced vineyards create a timeless atmosphere that feels like stepping into a living postcard. The Lavaux Vineyards, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, surround the village in sweeping terraces that descend gracefully toward the water, producing some of Switzerland's finest wines. Walking through the village, you notice the small details that make it special: ancient fountains, flower-filled balconies, and glimpses of the shimmering lake between stone arches. Yet Saint-Saphorin is not just about beauty. It embodies the slow rhythm of life where time seems to stretch, encouraging visitors to pause and savor every moment. The air carries the scent of grapes and fresh alpine breezes, while the sound of church bells mingles with the distant lapping of waves. Travelers often remark on the harmony between human history and nature here, as if the village itself is a dialogue between past and present. To stroll through Saint-Saphorin is to feel deeply connected to both landscape and tradition, a rare balance that leaves an unforgettable impression. Rocamadour, nestled dramatically into the cliffs of southwestern France, is more than just a medieval village. It is a place where history, spirituality, and breathtaking scenery converge. Walking through its steep cobbled streets, one cannot help but feel the weight of centuries, as pilgrims once climbed the grand staircase to reach the sanctuary of the Blessed Virgin. Half of its charm lies in its architectural marvels, with stone houses stacked along the rock face and chapels carved directly into the cliff. Yet beyond its religious significance, Rocamadour offers a sense of timeless wonder, where every corner reveals a blend of sacred heritage and natural beauty. From the ramparts, sweeping views of the Alzar Canyon stretch into the horizon, reminding visitors how seamlessly human devotion has merged with the dramatic landscape. Exploring further, you discover artisan shops, local gastronomy with delicacies like Rocamadour goat cheese, and a culture that has preserved its authenticity for generations. Visiting this village feels less like ticking off a tourist site and more like stepping into a living story, one that whispers of faith, endurance, and the eternal dialogue between man and nature. Dürnstein, a small town along the Danube in Austria's Gujo Valley, is often described as a jewel of medieval charm, surrounded by breathtaking landscapes. Famous for the striking blue and white tower of its abbey church, it invites travelers to wander cobbled streets lined with wine taverns and stone houses that seem frozen in time. The ruins of Dürnstein Castle, perched on the hillside, whisper stories of Richard the Lionheart's imprisonment in the late 12th century, adding a legendary layer to the town's history. Yet beyond the past, the true essence of Dürnstein lies in its harmony with nature. The surrounding terraced vineyards not only produce world-class Gruner, Veltliner, and Riesling, but also reveal the dedication of generations who shaped this cultural landscape. Standing above the town, one can feel the rhythm of the Danube flowing steadily below, a reminder of the centuries-long connection between people and river. Every season here has its own charm: spring blossoms, summer's golden light, autumn's harvest, and winter's quiet stillness, all enriching the traveler's experience. To walk through Dürnstein is to sense both history and serenity, a blend that lingers in memory long after the journey ends. Maratea, often called the Pearl of the Tyrrhenian, is a coastal treasure in southern Italy known for its enchanting mix of sea, mountains, and history. With more than 30 churches scattered across the town, it feels like stepping into a living museum of faith and tradition. Walking through its narrow alleys, visitors encounter charming stone houses, vibrant piazzas, and the scent of Mediterranean herbs carried on the breeze. Above it all rises the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue, a symbol of protection and serenity, offering panoramic views of the coastline and the rugged peaks of the Apennines. Yet Maratea is not only about history, it is also a place where nature embraces you completely. Its coastline is dotted with hidden beaches and caves, many accessible only by boat, creating an atmosphere of discovery and wonder. The calm rhythm of village life invites travelers to slow down, enjoy local cuisine infused with flavors of the sea, and truly connect with the essence of southern Italy. To wander here is to experience a rare balance between cultural depth and natural beauty, making Maratea an unforgettable destination that speaks to both the heart and soul. Morcote, often called the Pearl of Surreal, is a small lakeside village in southern Switzerland that feels like stepping into a living postcard. With its narrow stone alleys, terracotta rooftops, and arcaded houses gently reflected on them. Waters of Lake Lugano, it preserves the charm of centuries past. One of the highlights here is the Church of Santa Maria del Sasso, perched above the town and reached by climbing a long flight of steps. The view from the top reveals an unforgettable panorama of the shimmering lake framed by rolling green hills. But Morcote is more than just historic beauty. It is a place where time seems to slow down. The lush Scherer Park, with its Mediterranean plants, sculptures, and architectural treasures, creates a serene oasis for reflection and quiet walks. Strolling along the lakeside promenade, you'll notice how daily life blends seamlessly with the rhythms of nature. Fishermen prepare their boats while travelers pause to admire the calm waters. Many visitors say Morcote offers a sense of peace that is hard to find elsewhere, a feeling of being suspended between past and present, where art, culture, and nature are woven into every corner of this enchanting Swiss gem. Monsanto, often called the most Portuguese village of Portugal, is a fascinating destination where history and nature seem to merge into one. Walking through its narrow stone-paved streets, you'll notice how the houses are built directly into and around massive granite boulders, creating a village that feels almost sculpted by time itself. The medieval castle at the top offers sweeping views of the surrounding plains, where the landscape stretches endlessly, reminding visitors of the village's strategic importance in the past. But beyond its architecture, what makes Monsanto so special is the sense of timelessness. You can feel the quiet rhythm of life that has remained unchanged for centuries. As you wander, you'll hear the church bells echo through the hills, see locals tending small gardens, and discover traditional crafts still alive in this secluded setting. The golden light of sunset casting shadows over the ancient stones adds a poetic beauty, inviting reflection on how deeply culture, tradition, and nature intertwine here. Visiting Monsanto is not only a journey through Portuguese history, but also a moment to pause and connect with the enduring spirit of a place, shaped by resilience, simplicity, and harmony with the land. Gujo Hachiman, often called the water city of Japan, is famous for its pristine rivers, historic canals, and beautifully preserved Edo period townscape. Walking through its narrow streets, you'll notice small waterways running alongside homes where residents still use the crystal clear streams for daily life, a tradition that connects the town deeply to nature. Beyond its charm, Gujo Hachiman is renowned for the Gujo Odori, one of Japan's most celebrated summer dance festivals, where locals and visitors alike gather to dance together throughout the night. But what makes this place even more special is the sense of timeless community. There's a feeling that life here flows at the same pace as the gentle currents. For travelers, it's not just about sightseeing, but experiencing how culture and environment merge seamlessly. Watching the lanterns reflect on the canals at dusk, or hearing the sound of Geta sandals on old stone paths, makes you feel as if you've stepped into another era. Many visitors also appreciate the local craftsmanship, from food replicas to handmade goods, which reflect the creativity and resilience of the people. Gujo Hachiman is not simply a destination, it is a living story of water, tradition, and harmony. Kotor, nestled along the Adriatic coast of Montenegro, is a destination that feels like stepping back in time. The medieval old town, protected by UNESCO, is a maze of narrow cobblestone streets, charming squares, and centuries-old churches that whisper stories of Venetian influence. Its dramatic backdrop, the fjord-like Bay of Kotor surrounded by rugged limestone mountains, creates one of the most breathtaking natural settings in Europe. Yet Kotor is not only about history. It is a living city where locals gather in shaded cafes, fishermen return with their catch, and vibrant festivals bring the stone walls to life. Climbing the fortress walls rewards visitors with panoramic views that stretch across the bay, a sight that lingers in memory long after leaving. Beyond its scenic beauty, Kotor invites reflection. Here you feel the balance between human heritage and nature's grandeur, a reminder of how civilizations have thrived in harmony with the sea for centuries. Wandering slowly, listening to the bells echo, and breathing in the salty Adriatic air, you come to understand why travelers describe Kotor as both a hidden gem and a timeless treasure. Nepal van Java, often called the Nepal of Indonesia, is a breathtaking village located on the slopes of Mount Suming in central Java. Known for its colorful hillside, houses stacked closely together, the village creates a stunning panorama that resembles the terraced settlements of the Himalayas. Walking through its narrow paths, visitors are greeted with the vibrant daily life of locals, from farmers tending to their vegetable fields to children playing along steep stairways. Beyond its visual charm, the village offers a deeper cultural experience where traditions and warm hospitality reflect the essence of Javanese life. The cool mountain air and panoramic views of endless greenery provide a refreshing retreat from the busy cities, making it an ideal destination for those seeking peace and natural beauty. What makes Nepal van Java truly special is not only its scenery but also the sense of resilience and harmony within the community that has adapted to life on such dramatic terrain. For travelers, it is both a feast for the eyes and a reminder of the simple, meaningful rhythms of rural living in Indonesia. Iseltwald, a charming lakeside village on the shores of Lake Brienz in Switzerland, feels like stepping into a storybook. Known for its peaceful atmosphere and stunning views of turquoise waters framed by the surrounding Alps, this hidden gem has become a favorite stop for travelers seeking tranquility. Walking along its narrow lanes, you'll notice traditional Swiss chalets decorated with colorful flowers, while the gentle rhythm of the lake creates a soothing backdrop. Many visitors are surprised to learn that Iseltwald is not just a beautiful photo spot but also a place with a strong local heritage, where fishing and small-scale farming remain part of daily life. From the wooden pier, you can watch boats drifting gracefully, and on quiet mornings, the reflection of the mountains on the lake is simply breathtaking. Unlike the busier towns around Interlaken, Iseltwald offers a slower pace, inviting you to pause and absorb its natural beauty. Whether you're here for a scenic boat ride, a lakeside walk, or simply to feel the calmness of untouched nature, Iseltwald offers an experience that stays with you long after you leave. Zermatt, nestled at the foot of the iconic Matterhorn, is a destination where nature and tradition blend seamlessly. Known for its car-free streets, the village retains an old-world charm, with wooden chalets and cozy alpine lodges that feel timeless. The crisp mountain air and the sound of church bells create a sense of tranquility, making it a place where visitors instantly slow down and breathe deeply. Beyond skiing, which is world-class here, Zermatt offers breathtaking hiking trails, from gentle walks along flower-strewn meadows to challenging routes leading up to glacier viewpoints. What truly makes Zermatt special is the way the mountains shift with the light. Sunrise paints the peaks gold, while evenings bring a purple glow that feels almost magical. Visitors often remark that being here feels like stepping into a living postcard, yet the warmth of the local people adds a human touch to the dramatic scenery. Many travelers find themselves not just admiring the Matterhorn, but feeling a quiet connection to it, as though the mountain itself whispers stories of endurance and beauty. Zermatt is not only a place to see, but a place to feel, to reflect, and to carry in your heart long after you've left. Kragerø, often described as the pearl of the coastal towns in Norway, is a place where natural beauty and cultural charm merge seamlessly. Known for its stunning archipelago of over 490 islands, this destination offers endless opportunities for exploration, from peaceful boat trips through narrow straits to sunbathing on hidden beaches. The old town itself is full of character, with narrow cobbled streets, white wooden houses, and galleries that reflect its strong artistic heritage. Edvard Munch, the famous painter, once drew inspiration here. Beyond the postcard scenery, what makes Kragerø so enchanting is its balance between vibrant summer energy and quiet, reflective moments. In the warm months, you can feel the town come alive with festivals, markets, and outdoor cafes, while in the off-season, it reveals a softer side, inviting you to slow down and connect with the rhythm of the sea. Walking along the harbor at dusk when the sky turns golden and the fishing boats gently sway, you understand why many travelers return again and again. Kragerø is not just a place to visit, but a feeling that stays with you. Bellagio, often called the Pearl of Lake Como, is a place where nature, history, and elegance blend effortlessly. Nestled on a promontory where the lake splits into two branches, it offers postcard views of sparkling waters framed by the distant Alps. Walking through its narrow cobblestone streets, visitors encounter pastel-colored houses, boutique shops, and charming cafes, each corner carrying a timeless Italian charm. Beyond its beauty, Bellagio also reflects centuries of culture, from aristocratic villas with magnificent gardens to small churches that whisper stories of devotion and tradition. Spending time here is not just sightseeing, it is about slowing down, sipping an espresso by the lake, and feeling the rhythm of Italian life. Many travelers say there is a unique serenity when the morning mist lifts and the sun paints the mountains in soft golden hues. Bellagio invites you to pause, to connect with both nature and history, and to experience Italy in its purest form: romantic, refined, and profoundly inspiring. Giethoorn, often called the Venice of the North, is a small Dutch village where time seems to move at a gentler pace. Instead of busy streets, you find narrow canals weaving between charming thatched-roof cottages with wooden footbridges, arching gracefully above the water. Half of the village remains car-free, so boats, bicycles, and peaceful walks become the main way to explore. What makes Giethoorn so captivating is not only its postcard beauty, but also the sense of harmony between people and nature. The gardens are lovingly tended, bursting with colorful flowers that reflect in the still water, and the quiet atmosphere makes every moment feel like stepping into a storybook. Beyond its picture-perfect charm, Giethoorn also reflects a traditional Dutch way of life, shaped by water management and a deep respect for the land. Many travelers say that gliding through the canals offers more than sightseeing. It feels like a meditation, where you can pause and simply listen to the sound of birds, the rustle of reeds, and the gentle splash of oars. It's a reminder that beauty can be found not only in grand monuments, but in the simple, quiet rhythm of everyday living. Albarracín, often described as one of Spain's most enchanting medieval towns, seems frozen in time with its terracotta-hued houses, labyrinthine alleys, and dramatic hilltop location. Walking through its narrow cobblestone streets, you can almost feel the layers of history, from Moorish influences in the ancient fortress walls to the later Christian touches visible in its towers and churches. Yet Albarracín is not just about architecture. It's about atmosphere. The way sunlight plays on the reddish facades, the echo of footsteps through quiet passageways, and the scent of mountain air all combine to create a sense of stepping into a living museum. Beyond its picturesque old town, the surrounding landscape of rugged cliffs and pine forests offers breathtaking views and hiking trails that reveal the raw beauty of Aragon's countryside. Many travelers find themselves captivated by the silence here. It's as if time has slowed, allowing visitors to connect more deeply with the past and with nature. Experiencing Albarracín is like entering a dream where history, culture, and natural beauty merge seamlessly, leaving an impression that lingers long after you leave. Beilstein, often called the Sleeping Beauty of the Moselle, is a picturesque village that seems frozen in time with its cobblestone lanes, half-timber houses, and the ruins of Metternich Castle watching over the valley. Strolling through its narrow streets feels like stepping into a living postcard, where every corner tells a story of medieval charm and centuries of winemaking tradition. What makes Beilstein truly special is its peaceful atmosphere. Unlike busier tourist towns, it offers an intimate glimpse of authentic German village life. Beyond the architecture, the rhythm of the Moselle River adds a sense of calm, especially at sunset when golden light reflects on the water and vineyards. Travelers often find themselves lingering in small cafes, enjoying Riesling from the local vineyards while listening to church bells echo across the hills. For many visitors, Beilstein is not just a destination, but a feeling and invitation to slow down, to savor quiet moments, and to rediscover the simple beauty of tradition, nature, and history blending seamlessly together. Nestled at the foot of the Bavarian Alps, Füssen is best known as the gateway to the fairy tale Neuschwanstein Castle, yet the town itself holds an equally enchanting charm. Strolling through its old town, you'll notice colorful facades, cobbled streets, and Gothic churches that speak of centuries of history. What makes Füssen so unique is its harmony between culture and nature. The Lech River flows gracefully nearby, offering scenic walking trails with views of turquoise waters and alpine peaks. Many travelers are surprised to learn that Füssen is also the endpoint of the Romantic Road, one of Germany's most celebrated scenic routes, making it a perfect place to reflect on a journey through Bavarian landscapes. Beyond the well-known attractions, the surrounding mountains invite hikers to explore hidden lakes and panoramic viewpoints, where the air feels crisp and untouched. Spending time here is not just about sightseeing, it's about immersing yourself in a rhythm of life where history, folklore, and breathtaking scenery converge. Every corner seems to whisper a story, and it leaves visitors with a sense of timeless beauty and calm that lingers long after they depart. Geiranger, nestled deep within Norway's fjord country, is often described as a masterpiece of nature. The famous Geirangerfjord, with its emerald waters framed by towering cliffs, feels almost like a living painting. Iconic waterfalls such as the Seven Sisters cascade down the mountainsides, creating a mystical atmosphere that changes with the light and seasons. Yet beyond the postcard views, Geiranger is a place where history, culture, and daily life intertwine with nature. Small farms cling to the steep hillsides, telling stories of resilience and harmony with the land. When you cruise along the fjord, every bend reveals a new perspective, sometimes quiet, sometimes dramatic, always unforgettable. For travelers who take the time to step ashore, winding trails lead to viewpoints like Dalsnibba, where you can gaze across snow-capped peaks and deep valleys. It is not only a journey through landscapes, but also through emotions, a reminder of how small we are and how grand the natural world can be. Visiting Geiranger is more than sightseeing. It is an invitation to pause, breathe, and feel connected to something timeless.